mighty scholars of Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School. It is Friday, June 5th. It is the closing of a very busy week. I was so proud of all of you yesterday. The work that was displayed and presented, the videos, the artwork, the letters, the projects that we all did yesterday were incredible. And I felt like I was just a part of a movement, even by being in cyberspace. Even while it was all on a computer, I still felt empowered by all of the work. I want to thank all of the parents for participating and being present, and all of the scholars for being in our Zoom presentations. I am just excited, and I am so glad that we had such a successful Say By The Hecka Festival yesterday. It was our first cyber Say By The Hecka Festival, and it was just as successful as our Say By The Hecka festivals that we had in real life, in person. So thank you all so much for your hard work, your dedication, your activism, and your actions. Let's all stand in a strong Angalaya for the pouring of libations. And as always, family, we have permission from our elder to begin. And to that we say Ashe. We pour libations to the gift of life, laughter, love, and learning. Ashe. We pour libations to new beginnings. Ashe. To the energy that woke us up this morning. To the continent of Africa. Ashe. We pour libations to the gifts that came from the continent of Africa, like agriculture, art, architecture, science, scripture, astronomy. Ashe. We pour libations to the kings of the kingdoms of the continent of Africa, nations that were named after. Ashe. Like the Yoruba nation, the Congo nation, the Kush nation, the Songhai nation, the Zulu nation, and the Maasai nation, and rich kingdoms like Kemet and Mali. Ashe. We pour libations to the kings and queens of these nations. Ashe. We pour libations to the freedom fighters of these nations. Ashe. We pour libations to those who left the continent of Africa willingly. Ashe. Those who gave birth to humanity across the world. And we pour to those who remained on the continent of Africa and helped build great cities. Ashe. We pour libations to the Middle Passage and the Ma'afa. Ashe. And to the millions of lives that were lost. Ashe. And we pour to those who survived the Ma'afa and the Middle Passage and made it over to the New World. Ashe. And we pour to the kingdoms and the nations that were here on this side of the world. Ashe. North America, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. Ashe. To the Mayas, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Olmecs, the Tainos, the Caribs, the Iroquois. Ashe. We pour libations to the freedom fighters of these new nations, like Toussaint Louverture, Medgar Evers, Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Ella Baker, Fannie Lou Hamer. Ashe. We pour affirmations to the institutions that teach us about our history. Ashe. Institutions like the HBCUs, Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School, Imhotep, and the Freedom Schools Movement. Ashe. And we pour affirmations to the scholars and the educators, those who learn about our history and help teach about it, and so that we can move forward into the future. Ashe. And we pour to the babies and the babies' babies and those who will come and complete our circle. Ashe. And family, we pour libations to our personal ancestors, those who we hold in our hearts. Ashe. And lastly, we pour to the ancestors in hopes that they receive and accept this libation. Ashe. 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 And so, family, the principle of the month is, and that means, Ashe. The principle of the month is Imani, and that means faith. Yes. And again, with all of the work that I've seen you guys turn in and produce and build, I have faith in our future. That was our word of the day yesterday, family. And it gives me hope and faith And family, I would like to continue reading from our book of the month, Remember the Bridge, Poems of a People by Carol Boston Weatherford. And the story that I want to read today was inspired by your work. And it was inspired by the work and the art forms that I saw yesterday with your Say by the Hecker work. And one group in particular reminded me of this story that I love in this book. And I'm going to share it with you. And I hope that you guys enjoy the story as much as I enjoyed your work. And you guys let me know if you recognize what group I'm speaking of when I read the story. The name of the story is Miss May's Quilt. The quilt that's draped across May's lap was sewn from old but salvaged scraps of faded dresses and worn out shirts, denim work pants, and gingham skirts. Garments no longer fit to wear that she cut into strips and squares. Pieces that she cut by hand to form the patterns that she planned. On wintry nights, her bed is warm, and though frost covers town and farm, her garden blossoms on calico, stars light a field of indigo. Each patch holds stories from her life, her memories as mother, wife. Miss May now naps in a rocking chair beneath a veil of snow white hair. And this family is Miss May's Quilt. And I want to send a very special shout out to Mama Renee, Mama Dana, and the Yoruba Nation for bringing such an important piece of Black culture to the scholars and to Sankofa. Quilting, it goes back so many generations in our history. And did you know that one important piece of quilting history is during a time when enslaved peoples were looking to be navigated through the Underground Railroad, people would sew quilts with special images and messages and hang them outside. And whenever a group or a person who was looking for their freedom would walk past, they would follow the directions given on the quilt. And there weren't words, it was symbols, it was images. And people knew how to translate that into a message that guided them and directed them to their freedom. And there's so many important aspects of quilting, not just sending messages and communicating, but holding on to memories and telling stories. And this art form is such an important piece of your history. And so I thank Mama Renee and Mama Dana for bringing this to Sankofa, for teaching you, the scholars, about such a beautiful and important piece of your history and of art, I say. And so family, I would like to first, actually before I get into my comments, I want to first tell you, comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the story, Miss May's Quilt. But I also want to give you the word of the day. Now, the word is not in the story, however, it connects to the story and it connects to our other word of the day. And so we're thinking about memories, remembering, messages. We talked about future. We talked about Say by the Hecker. I want to know about your dreams. What are your dreams? So when we talk about dreams, we're thinking about things that we think about and remember that influence what we want to be, where we want to be, something beautiful that you see yourself doing. What do you think about when you hear the word dreams? That is the word of the day, dreams. So let me know what your thoughts are when you hear the word dreams. Let me know what your dreams are. Anything that has to do with the word dreams, because we are talking about future. We're talking about righteous actions, deep thought to work, righteous actions. We're talking about memories, but we also want to think about where we want to be and where we're going. What are your dreams? Again, the word of the day is dreams. And so family, I would like to get into the comments that were made about previous words of the day. And here they are. And first, I want to shout out Miss Jamina, who left a message commenting on our last morning circle. She said that it was a perfect song selection for what is going in our city, inspiration and hope. We must push through and teach our children to stand strong because it's within them. Good job, good job. She says she had tears in her eyes watching the post that you were making. And so Myasia Gonzalez Williams says, when I think of the word future, I think of what we are going to improve in our present time. Absolutely, that's a very good point, because whatever it is that we improve today affects our future. Very good. Thank you, Myasia. And congratulations. I understand you had a little addition to your family. Congratulations, Myasia. Zane Hayes says, when I think of the word future, I think of greatness and the people I might see. Absolutely. More than half of the people that you're going to have in your life, you don't even know yet. You're going to see them in your future. So shout out. Thank you so much for your comment, Zane. Jassy Peel says, I miss you, Baba, and I'm sad. Brother, you don't have to be sad because we communicate every day, and I'm going to see you soon. Thank you, Jassy. Michaela Green says, when I think of future, I think of ways I can make a difference in our world and for our future. Absolutely. And you're making a difference now with these projects and participating in this. So thank you, Michaela. Munir Riggins says, I see college in my future and becoming an architect, building cool buildings for people to work or live in. Wow, that is such an amazing thing. I could definitely see you being an architect, brother, and literally building our future. And I see you being a scholar in college, brother, so great job. Thank you for that comment, Munir. Nia Clark says the word of the day is future. Absolutely, yes it is, Nia. What is in your future? What do you see? What are your dreams? Yolanda Whitehead says, R.I.P. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Whoever did this to you was wrong for this. Absolutely. Thank you. And she says, thank you to Brother Dre, Brother Craig, and Brother Muhammadu. I love you and I miss you. Stay safe. Thank you for that. Hope Whitehead says, when I think of future, I think about Sankofa's future. And we are building a future. We are not going anywhere. We are going to be in your future. Thank you for that, Hope. Sister Monique says that after watching it, I felt a sense of pride and empowerment. Thank you, Baba. I needed that. Well, thank you, and thank you for all your work and dedication, Sister Monique. Ryli-Lynn Benjamin says, when I think about future, I think about Sankofa future. That's absolutely right. Thank you for that, Riley. Soleil Hardy Moore says, good morning, everyone. I love Sankofa. The word of the day is future. In my future, I will be a veterinarian. Our future will be better because I'm going to grow up and make a difference. Our future belongs to me, my sister, and my friends. It certainly does, and you are going to be a leader in the future. My daughter's is going to be studying to be a veterinarian, so we're going to have some great veterinarians in our future. Thank you, Soleil. Menelik Wali Edwards says, Marcus Garvey is a great freedom fighter. Thank you, Menelik. You're talking about our word of the day the other day, and Marcus Garvey was most certainly a powerful freedom fighter. And Munir once again goes on to say that our word of the day is future. Absolutely, and we do have a bright future. So family, it is Friday. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. Make sure that you turn in whatever work you have left to turn in. Yesterday you had a very busy day. You had a very busy week. If you have that work, please make sure it's turned in by the end of the day. Make sure that you are signing into sfacs.us and clicking on that cyber school link that says lower school. And family, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Next week is going to be another busy week for a lot of us. And so I will see you there. Peace. Love you. Bye-bye.
Mo Jack and Billy, tattoo.